Right, hello guys. This is HPG Mods Review Episode 3. Today we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of the mods we looked over in Episodes 1 and 2. So since we finished our 5 mods we're going to review, we're going to sit there and do the pros and cons of it. What I like about them and what I think what could be different, what we can do with that. And so now we're gonna go to the first one. Just want to make so the first one we're having up is our John Deere S7 harvester. This one is the nice one. So the pros I love about this is all the customizations you can do. You can change how the chopper chops, how it does in the back. You can change that, how it looks. You can change the number on there. Best thing is having the number on it. So if you have like 9 harvesters in your fleet in your multiplayer map or server, you can sit there and number them which one is what, and you can assign them to each section of the map. So that's really awesome. The other thing I really like about it is the tires. You can also change the tires if you want doubled, or I believe it also has an option for tracks. Pretty sure about that. Also, it's pretty cheap too with the prices. But just wanted to know. Yep, you can change it in tracks. I want to make sure of that. Like I said, it's been a little while since we did this, so you can change it to like whatever you want on the wheels, how the tires and everything like that. You can change the stickers. You can even change your exhaust. I haven't seen that in a long time, or any harvesters that I used in the past. I have not seen that. That is awesome. So something simple as those. The one thing I don't like about this, which is the cons of it, yes, you have these awesome features, changeability and everything. It comes with a price. The slot number. The slot number's high on this. I believe it's 22 or in the late 10s, early 20s for the slot amount, so you can't have much of them on the console side of things. So that's the downfall. There's always has, if you want a really good quality vehicle, you have to sacrifice it with how much slots it's going to take up for the console side of things. So everything works on it great, awesome like that. So I'm happy about that. Also, another thing, detail that I kind of like is the first exhaust. I have not seen a harvester with the exhaust coming out the back of it, so that's pretty cool. Alright, the next one on our list is our handy dandy heavy duty crane. So we're going to go over here and pull it over here. One thing I like about this, you could change to have it manually, so you can sit there and take this all at once, have a trailer coming back with it with a truck, and you can have all your weights and how everything. You can go more than what the automatic ones have if you wanted to. Or pro of this, you can use this on console. I know I do it. Started on the first, I believe was the first episode where I flipped the truck. If I would have had this already done, I would be able to flip it. And that's the one thing I kind of like about this. You can flip vehicles with this for console guys. I love about that part. Cons of it and the ones I don't like about it, you have to have it already back down, and the outriggers back in before you exit out your game, because you have to have it like that. I have done it. I didn't even know that it could do that until I started doing some forestry with it. It flipped it into the trees when I loaded back in. I don't know why, it just happened. So that's the one thing I don't like it. The other thing I don't like, as you can see, I am standing right next to the driver door to drive it. I don't have a enter trigger. That it would be nice to have it up here too when you go and drive it, because everybody's think, oh, like anything else, just go to the driver door. This one's in the middle. As you see there's on the side it says enter vehicle. You have to go in the middle of the truck every single time you want to enter it from the outside. Now, one thing you could do is tabbing into it, but that also depends on how big your farm is. If your farm has a lot of equipment, like I do with my other farms, I'm cycle through a lot of them, so it's easier if I'm in the area of it just to run into it, get in it from the outside instead of using the tab. But that's pretty much all. I like this one very much, especially on the console side, like I said, with flipping vehicles over. I have done that before with this too. Other thing that's kind of the con of it, but yeah, has to go with the territory. How big it is. It does not. You could corner it pretty well, but if it's super tight, you can't get really in there. So that's the one downfall of having a bigger vehicle that does not have a pivot point in the middle. But the next one is the header trailer. Now, on my honest opinion, I do not have any cons with this. I like how it works, how it functions. Everything works on it perfectly okay. So the main thing I love about this, you do not have to run your harvester all the way up and then unhook it and then latch it. This will sit there. All you have to do is just back up to the freaking header, hook it up like a normal harvester, and it will still wait for you. It's one thing I really love about it. I kind of did lied. My bad. One thing I don't like about it, not like, but like a con of it, it's there and says it has beacons. You can't really see the beacons. That's the only cons that I've seen so far. You can't really see the beacons on it. But everything else is awesome. So the next one has two different ones. That is the harvester pack, the harvesting pack. So it kind of sucks. There's two different ones. There's buildings in this one too. So I'm going with the building pro and cons, and then the pellet harvester side of things. So with the pellet harvester, the one thing I like about there's several things I like about this. You can have this going as is right now, like a normal baler, or you can have the baler shredder on it, so you can keep it stationary if you want to. So it gives you a little bit more extra stuff you can do. So one thing that's downfall is the excavator. It's a hit and a miss if it can go up and down. I've seen that with episode 1. I have brought that up higher where I can have higher trailers, but episode 1, for some reason, it did not give that to me. It's in and out. Also, the other thing is, I have seen it too, if you go to a stop sometimes, it will kick, if it's piled too high, it will kick it off automatically. It will shut it down. So then you have to restart the implement, I think is what it's called, with the PTO shaft and everything. And that's the down part, which also makes sense. It's bringing in a lot more than it hit handle, so it shuts it down so that it won't damage anything like in real life. Something like that can happen. But other than that, it's all good. Now on the building side of things. So I did the palletizer building, which makes the pallets. Pallets. It's kind of the same thing, but I love how it works, functions, and everything like that. There is 2 cons with this that I think are cons. One, I love to use this crane, but the problem is the capacity of the bucket is not big enough to start something. You can keep it going with the bucket, but you cannot start it at well. So that's why I always, in episode 1, I came in with a bucket on a front loader, which you can also do. That's the props. You don't have to use that. The other thing I do is bring the front loader, dump it down to start it, and if I wanted to, I could sit there and bring it up with the crane and continue with it. Also, the other cons with this shed, or yeah, technically it's a shed, or a warehouse if you want to call it that way, is that it only has room for 3 pallets. That is it. So you got me, who is having a full functional farm, doing cows, make sure they're all good, doing all these other tasks in single player. I cannot always be over here grabbing pallets and throwing them onto a truck or bring them over to the pallet store or something like that. I can't do that every time. It pretty much goes pretty quick filling up 3 of them. So, also the other thing I kind of like, you can actually watch how it all works and everything like that. You can even go into the cage if you sit there and go through the side where the pallets come out at. So you can sit there and watch it and see it going in, how it flips them to the way it should, and then push them forward. Pretty awesome. So, alrighty. So that is the pros and cons for this episode. So our next episode is going to be starting our next set of mods, which is going to be awesome, and we have good mods for you guys. Like I said before in the other ones, all of our mods are cross compatible. They are for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC all at once. We want to include everyone, so that's why if you never played the game on PC, consoles have a limited amount of slots of what to do. Like, I think over here on my Xbox, I have like 1,300 slots. And the problem is, with being on console, you have buildings too. So it's not just your vehicles, your trailers, and something like that. You also have to count on the slottage about your buildings, your silos, stuff like that. You have to count into your slots. It adds up pretty much. Like I said, that one harvester. This harvester over here. Like I said, that's about like low 20s, high 10s in the slots. That's a lot of slots for one vehicle, but you see how much customization it can do. It can do so much stuff than a normal one. But that's like I said, that comes with the territory. You want really good, high quality mods like this, you're going to have to sacrifice on the slottage. So, alrighty. So, we're going ahead and gonna call her a day. Thank you, Giants, for for having us partnered. It's really nice to have you guys partnered us. And if you guys want to, just like, subscribe, help us out with that. And you can even hit the nice little bell icon to get notifications when we do more of these mod reviews. So that's all nice to go. See you guys on the next one.